We are in Zion! Woo! Carly wanted to come here because of the bad weather in Moab. So she wanted to spend her last few days in Utah, down in Zion, and wow, it's beautiful. The rain is
subsided.
Yeah.
For now. There's a flash flood warning, but that's okay. So we're just gonna hike around to an overlook, and then tonight we're gonna stick a roast in a crock pot, run it off Carly's car, and have Friendsgiving in Zion tomorrow.
Yeehaw! There's a lot of cool stuff to check out that we've never seen before, so exciting.
If you haven't been to Zion, there's tons of hikes to do. Some of them you do need permits for, others you don't. So check out the website to plan your trip. It has all the information you'll need for your adventures. There are shuttles that can take you into the park, but we drove our car. If you're driving your own vehicle, parking is pretty difficult to find. There's no parking anywhere. We showed up on a day when it was raining, overcast, and pretty chilly, and the park was still really full.
So I think we are getting close to it. We're on the wrong side of the road.
You might be parking a few miles away from your intended hike, but honestly the whole park is beautiful, so we weren't too upset about having to walk a little ways to get to a hike.
There's no scruffy doos allowed.
There's no scruffy doo here. What are you talking about? This is scruffy doo. Is this dog? Nowhere.
It's a baby dog. We will ascend 162 feet.
Jeez.
This rocky, uneven trail is not for anyone fearful of heights. This hike is called Zion Canyon Overlook Trail. It's only a mile long and barely any elevation gain. It's a really pretty walk. You go across some bridges and see some pretty scenery the whole way. However, it was extremely crowded. Loads of people coming to and from the Overlook. So if you're looking for a hike that doesn't have a ton of people, that's coming up next. After that short hike, it was already pretty late in the day, so we found a camp spot to start cooking our feast for Friendsgiving. We found a really nice camp spot on Overlander. It was only like 10 minutes away from the park's east entrance, and I think there was only one other car there, and the campground was pretty big, so there was tons of spots for people to park. For our Friendsgiving feast, we decided to cook a roast. We started off by making a spit over a fire. We seasoned our roast with a spicy taco seasoning and skewered it. Wow, I feel like it's perfect. This was so fun. If you've never cooked anything on a spit before, you should do it. Then we seared our roast over the fire for a little while until it was crispy on the outside. We had gotten a crock pot from a thrift store before heading to Zion, and we put our roast in here with some more taco seasoning and some onion soup mix. So we had perfect timing. We skewered the roast, we put it over the fire and kind of like charred the outside of it. We put it in the crock pot, and now it's starting to rain. So it was really perfect timing. Look at our beautiful roast. It was a little too big for the crock pot, so we had to use this pull cord to like tie it down. We don't leave that cord outside. But a storm is coming in, so we're gonna hide in our cars, eat dinner in there, and then leave this on low all night and have a feast tomorrow. Alright, so it started snowing outside, so we brought the crock pot in and set it on the floorboard and plugged it into the car. We don't know if we'll have enough juice to like cook it long enough, and we also feel like we might not supposed to be cooking it for like
12
15 hours. Yeah, but we're gonna see how it turns out. That's its home tonight. Nice and warm. We have to flip it over and kind of wiggle it around because I just dumped all the seasoning on top of it and it's still just kind of sitting there. So it looks kind of gross, but
It's gonna be delicious. What are you doing,
I'm
baby?
dumping out the juices because they're overflowing onto our floorboard.
Oh no.
Oh, my butt's getting wet because this plant is wet. Dump out the juices. So, we came back to Zion Park and we started on the hike that we did yesterday, but yesterday we were trying to do this hike that we're doing now, but we are fasting for the feast. And I'm hungry. I think everyone's getting really hungry. We're gonna make it up to there and then over the saddle to the
All
butt.
the way to the butt.
We do it for the butt. For the butt.
Do it for the butt, Ryan.
It's sitting in the crock pot right now in Carly's car, simmering. Hopefully not overflowing. And it will be perfect when we get there. If we get there.
Scruffy, stop it.
This hike was a lot longer than the one we did yesterday. I don't know the name of this one. We found it on all trails, but when I go back to look for it, I can't find it anymore. It starts off by going up to the overlook that we'd seen the day before, and then it branches off up and to the right.
So far, we're cliffed out.
This was not a well-marked trail. Every once in a while, we'd see a pile of rocks and assume that we were going the right way. But basically, the whole time, we were just wandering around and we got lost a lot. So it took us a while to complete this hike, probably close to 4 hours. What the heck? The exit of this hike actually took us into another spot marked on all trails called the Hobbit Hole, so that was kind of a cool surprise. Wow. Nice. Tired and hungry from our excursion, we made it back to our campsite and to our Friendsgiving Feast. So we have the stuffing.
What?
We have Hawaiian rolls for our brisket, a fire, no. And then in here is some vegetables, breaded vegetables. We have jalmi, tortillas, chips and small smoked. We started an awesome tradition last year of having Thanksgiving with our friends out in Utah after a day of adventuring, and I honestly can't think of a better way to make us really feel thankful for the wonderful lives that we get to live.